Yes, Amsterdam going circular means that by 2030 we will have a reduction of 50% of the use of primarily resources, and also a reduction of 55% of CO2 emissions in order to reach by 2050 a fully circular and climate neutral city. So I'm responsible for the Circular Economy program in Amsterdam, and it's really great to be here and to share with you our approach and our insights. First, in short, from the left to the right, in 2015 we started with an in-depth research into the potential of a circular economy, and by asking ourselves what could or should be our role as a governmental organization. We translated the outcomes into an action program and a strategy that we called Learning by Doing. And in 2017, by the end of 2017, we realized an evaluation on over 77 circular projects. And we're now entering in 2019, this year actually, a new phase where we're going to develop a new strategy on circular economy by scaling up the present projects and even more. So a bit into more detail. Looking at our starting point, and thanks for sharing the example on our circular vision on the construction value chain. What we did in 2015, together with Circular Economy, a Dutch-based international foundation, TNO, our National Research Institute, and Fabrication, an Amsterdam-based architect bureau, is looking into the potential of a circular economy. And therefore we use both economic criteria like added value and job creation, as well as ecological indicators like CO2 emission and the use of materials. And we concluded that we had to focus because it's a very broad thing to catch. So we decided to focus on the value chain for construction and on the value chain of biomass and food. So we started with this vision and then translated it back into main strategies for those two value chains. So we translated it and we shared it with the private sector, with research institutes, and they all embraced the outcomes. So we say, okay, then let's start. So we started by learning by doing, and realized these over 70 projects. On the one side on research, so together with Copper 8 and an engineering bureau called Search, we realized research into the costs and the benefits of circular buildings, and together with Metabolic, also a roadmap with Search together with another bureau on what are exactly the circular indicators for circular buildings. But we also realized projects on the ground like circular tendering in order to challenge the private sector to realize circular buildings and circular city districts. So in 2017, together with Circular Economy and Copper 8, we realized this evaluation report, which is available in English as well. And the main outcomes were, yes, it is realistic and profitable to realize a circular city and a circular economy. And that our set of 8 policy instruments are powerful policy instruments from the perspective of a municipality. And of course there are also main challenges or barriers to overcome, like the linear tax system, which is a very grey system, and we have to green that. It's also about legislation, which is not the right legislation to strengthen the transition towards a circular economy. But it's also about the mindset and the linear way we are organizing ourselves. And of course we have a very traditional finance sector. So a lot of barriers and challenges to overcome. So that means for the near future in Amsterdam, 2 things. On the one hand, we've just launched our new action program from innovation to impact, which contains 116 circular projects on research, on innovation, and on scaling up within our cities, throughout our city and also in the region. And we do that together with a lot of city departments, the private sector, citizens, and research institutes. And at the same time, and this is one of my last slides, at the same time we are now developing together with Circular Economy and Kate Rayworth, and you probably know her from Donut Economics, a new strategy for the period 2020 to 2025 with an outlook to 2030. And we are using the outcomes of the evaluation, which also contains 3 action perspectives on the value chains of construction, biomass and food and consumer goods, in combination with the set of our policy instruments. And we're now going to develop very concrete and in-depth strategies for those value chains in combination with a new innovation and action program for the coming 5 years. And we do believe that the only way we can do it is together with Kate Rayworth, because we need circular strategies within a safe and just space for humanity. We have to build a very solid social fundament and get rid of all the trade-offs that are still happening in our society. So that's the way we are doing it in Amsterdam, which is very challenging, but very inspiring from my point of view. So hopefully you can join us all also in Amsterdam to work on a real circular city in the coming years. And to end, please look also at our website. We built it together with a Circular Economy, and it shows our journey towards a circular city. And we've illustrated that journey with our report, with concrete examples, and also within the wider context of circular cities. And if you really want to see what's happening in Amsterdam, please visit us all at the stand G92. Thank you.